Hi everybody, it's me, Hattie. Okay, a bunch of people are asking me about what I do for my horse show makeup. So I'm doing my makeup for a day where there's showmanship. If you ever have any questions, if you want to talk to me, you can message me on Twitter or comment down below and I'll try and talk to you, and I just want to help, so talk to me. It's not that hard. I think I'm friendly. So, okay, let's get started. So I always start with foundation. I'm using L'Oreal Magic Nude Liquid Powder. You certainly don't have to use a liquid kind. Use whatever you're comfortable with. I like this. I've used it towards the end of last show season and I have super oily skin, and I found that this doesn't turn me into a grease bucket halfway through the show. So I like this stuff. I would recommend it. So I'm just gonna go ahead . So make sure to get it blended down your neck, especially.
Like this is the same color that I use throughout most of the end of the year, so maybe it doesn't match me perfectly, but blend it really good.
Okay, this next thing that I do is something that I will skip if it's just a day of riding classes. It doesn't matter so much, but I always do it for showmanship when you're up close and personal with the judge. Is I take a concealer. I sometimes get redness around my nose in this area, so I have the Revlon Photo Ready concealer. It's in a stick concealer form like this. It's a little bit heavier of a concealer, and I do use it in the shade Light, which is lighter than my actual skin tone, to kind of brighten up the inside of your face. It adds more dimension to your face. You certainly can skip this step. I do when I just have riding classes, or if you don't have redness right here like I do sometimes, and I just kind of pat that in with my finger. I put it around this area of my face and blend it in, and then whatever's left on my finger I kind of spread around my nose. And then, I don't do this all the time. I certainly don't do this when I'm not at a show, but since I get such oily skin, I am an absolute grease bucket. It's awful. Like, I'm sure some of you feel my pain, but for those of you that don't, ugh. But I use a kind of a mattifying powder to also finish, like, set my concealer that I just put on, and it helps prevent me from getting so oily throughout the day. And this is the Tarte Smooth Operator Finishing Powder, and I just take a little fluffy brush and go like this. And I forgot to mention at the beginning of the video, I do use a mix of both high-end and drugstore products regularly. For most of the high-end products that I use, I'm going to try and give you guys some of the dupes that you can use. Maybelline makes a really good finishing mattifying powder. I'm not exactly. Next is I go in with bronzer. If you have never experimented with bronzer before, I like it. I think it gives more dimension to your face. I contour with it around this area and around my temple and down my jawline. I'm using the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer. It smells like chocolate. It makes me happy. Okay, and this is a matte bronzer, which means it doesn't have any shimmer or anything in it. Some other matte bronzers that are more drugstore pocketbook friendly are the Revlon Bronzed and Chic. That's a really good one because it comes in 4 different colors. Another one is NYC Sunny. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be contouring with this. So I use an angled brush like this, and I'm going to find the hollows of my cheeks and pretty much draw a harsh line. It's going to look kind of scary right away with my bronzer. And you kind of make like a kissy, fishy, facious thing to do this. So feel free to laugh at me as I make my funny faces. So you find the hollow part of your cheek where you'll find your cheekbone, which is right here, and then there's a hollow spot. So we go in and we draw a line, and then we can start blending it out. Then I'll take some more and put it on my temple. Yeah, that is really scary right away when you first put it on. But if you've never done this before, I think it adds really good dimension to your face. You can also do this with blush, adds quite a bit of dimension to your face. I think you should always use blush for showing. I think you can get away with not using bronzer. I just do, because I think it makes your look complete. Next is, if you've been looking at me wondering, like, something is wrong with her face and I can't figure out what it is. Surprise! It's because I have like no eyebrows. My eyebrows, can you see them? Are they there? They're like really blonde and really thin, and where they do grow, they don't grow in the right spot. So I have the lovely task of filling in my eyebrows every single morning. It's no fun. Go in with, this is a NYX brand. It's called Eyebrow Cake Powder, which doesn't seem to make any sense to me, but whatever, they can name it what they want. Take a little angled brush, and I'm just gonna fill them in following like the natural angles of my eyebrows. And then I'll look like a normal human being and not an alien. And that's what people say is attractive, so that's what I'm gonna do. This year I bought myself the Naked palette. I've been wanting it forever and ever and ever, and I'm so happy that I got it. Some of the alternatives for eyeshadow from the drugstore, I'd say always stick with neutrals. I know some people want to like match their eyeshadow to their show outfit. Please don't. Please, neutrals. You can't go wrong. Look at these colors. Look at how wonderful and non-difficult. Just stick with neutrals. Eyeshadows Wet n Wild makes some really good little eyeshadow palettes that have neutral colors. NYX brand. You can get NYX brand online or at Ulta stores. They have incredible eyeshadows. I love NYX. They're incredibly cheap and really good quality. And Physicians Formula pretty much tries to do a drugstore version of the Naked palette. And I've heard that it's really good. I haven't tried it myself, but I've been told that it's... I always use a primer. I have two primers that I go back and forth with. They're both the Urban Decay primer potion. It's just, it just has color to it. Like, it's not clear, where this purple one is clear. So I use this one. Drugstore versions, Maybelline Color Tattoo 24-hour eyeshadows. They're like a creamy eyeshadow base. I really like them. This one is in Barely Branded. So I think I'm gonna try and like, can I zoom with this? Does it work? Whoa, we're going in. That's fun. Okay, so I'm just gonna have my little mirror here, so I don't even know if you can see me half the time. All right, anyway, I use brushes that look like these. They're not fancy at all. I still don't feel like I'm in focus. Oh, maybe I just need to get closer to where the camera actually focused at. Okay, and I'm gonna first use, what am I using? This color called Sin in the inside corner of my eye. And I'm gonna use a flat brush like this. And I'm just gonna go and I'm gonna not so much sweep it on my eye as I'm gonna pat it on to get the eyeshadow to stick to my primer. It'll last longer. Then I'm gonna go in with a shade called Sidecar. Okay, so I'm gonna pat that on the rest of our entire eyelid.
Kind of heavy. I love this color, and it kind of flakes off a little, so I don't mind getting too much on there right away. Okay.
So next what we're going to do is we're going to use kind of, they're called transition colors that we're going to put kind of on our crease, going from our crease towards the inside of the eyelid. I'm using, it's a more of an angled, fluffy-ish brush. I'm going in with this color called Smog, kind of a deeper brown. So I'm going to kind of draw a line-ish right here, following the natural shape of my eye, and then I'm going to start just kind of following the contours of my eye towards the inside and blending in this darker transition color. You haven't noticed I do a lot of a back and forth motion with this color because you're really just using it to tie all the colors together. Next we're going to start filling in the outer corner with darker shades, and we're going to be using a mixture of this Dark Horse color right here and this color Creep back here. I'm using a more pointed fluffy brush right here to do this. So I'm going to go in, and where your outer corner is, it kind of depends on your eye shape, but you'll be able to like feel, this is going to sound weird, like your eye socket, and that's where your outer corner was going to be. So I'm going to start just patting in the color.
On the outer corner of my eye, I don't know how else to explain this, you're just going to have to watch and learn, I guess.
And kind of pushing it into that transition color, and I'm trying to focus most of it in this area right here. The very outer corner of my eye is where we want it to be the most concentrated. Okay, so now that we've got that Dark Horse color kind of where we want it a little, we're gonna go in with the darker color. It's pretty much black. That's scary. Called Creep, and we're mostly gonna be focusing right in that very outer corner that I was telling you about.
You'll be able to feel the natural shape of your eye to figure out where that very corner is. I'm pretty much just gonna be putting that right in there and not taking it very far in the other direction.
Since we were kind of harsh with those colors, I'm going to go back in with that fluffy brush I used before to put the transition color on, and I'm just going to blend it around on the edges just to make sure we have no really sharp edges. And I'm going to take, where'd it go? My smaller flat brush, and I'm going to go in with this shade called Virgin and put that right under my eyebrow. And I'm also going to put it right on the inside corner of my eye by my tear duct. I'm going to go in with Dark Horse again, and I'm going to put it along my lower lash line and blend it kind of up to where we were putting all those dark colors. I'm going to be using a pencil eyeliner. This is by NYX, the Slide On Glide On liner. Well, I guess I should explain what I'm doing right now, huh? I'm going to take my NYX pencil liner, and I'm going on the inside of my upper lash line. It's called tight lining. I think it gives you the look of a thicker, fuller lash line, so I always do this. What I do is I start at the outside corner and I make it kind of thick on the very outside, and then I just start kind of tapering out towards about where my pupil is, and kind of just dot it so that I don't have it all the way on to the inside corner, because I consider myself to have kind of relatively small eyes, and I think it just makes them look smaller if I go either all the way in or put black liner on my waterline. So I don't. You can if you feel so inclined, and if you can get away with that, I think more power to you. Go for it. It's great. Liner. The other liner that I use is another NYX brand, the liquid black liner. I love this liner. It's okay. I think this is the best we're gonna get it. Okay. Here. So like I said, I wing my liner. I start from the bottom and wing up, trying to follow like the natural shape of my eye. And yeah, I have no way to explain this other than just watch what I'm doing. And as you can see, I kind of do it in parts. I don't try and draw one straight line all at once. Okay, there we go. Not too bad. Oh man. Okay. And one thing I can tell you is if you do mess up, I carry Q-tips in my little makeup box thing, and like some of it bled into the inside of my eye, so I use these both to like fix mistakes and clean up stuff, so I can recommend that. This mascara, I use Benefit They're Real mascara. This stuff is awesome. My current favorite drugstore mascara, I have a lot that I like, but the L'Oreal Telescopic in Carbon Black. Here we go. Whoa! Look at that. So fun. Okay, I don't know why I do blush last, but I do. I like to use, for my skin tone, more rose colored or almost more neutral colored blushes. I like to use, this is an Urban Decay palette that I got that comes with a blush in it. I really like to use this bottom color right here, but for the sake of those of you who don't have the luxury of buying high-end products, this is an e.l.f. blush. It's in Mellow Mauve, and I'm just going to use that one. I have a little fluffy brush, and I just like to put that on the apples of my cheeks and then blend out, and I even like to put some on my temple a little bit.
I'm seriously worried that my camera's gonna die. We're having so much trouble with this video. The world does not want me to make you guys a video. I don't understand it. Like, why? It's not that big a deal. Okay.
Lipstick! Like the whole reason reason I decided to make this video, somebody posted a picture of Lauren Levy and she had this lipstick, and I loved it so much that I stalked her on Facebook to ask what kind of lipstick she had. This is a MAC lipstick in Insanely It. It's a absolutely incredible watermelon pink. Okay, once again, my camera decided to be a butt and stop recording again. Okay, so I just finished doing my lips with the MAC lipstick. So basically, this is the completed show look. You can imagine if you had your hair back and out of the way. Ta-da! Okay, ooh, almost just knocked something over. Okay, other lipsticks that I have used in the past. This is NYX brand in Chic Red. It is the most gorgeous cranberry red. Like, look. Oh, it's just great. I love it. I use a lip liner with that. Another NYX brand lip liner in Hot Red. Works fine. For, say, English events, I don't think you should go too crazy with that. English is a more conserved style of writing. I've used this called Blushing Mauve. It's like a berry color, pinky, deep rose berry color, and that's that. It'd be fine to use. This is called Demure, I think is how you pronounce it. From Revlon. I guess I forgot to mention that. That's what this one is too, the Blushing Mauve. It's a Revlon brand. This is like a peach toned lipstick. Another option for English events, or if you don't want to go super bold, crazy like I got going on right now. Okay, we did it. We completed a makeup video. This was an experience. Gosh. Okay, anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions, if you want to comment on anything, you can certainly get a hold of me on Twitter, or down below, comment on anything, leave a question, leave a comment. Be much appreciated. Have a great day.